The time has come to yap about the best loadouts that I'm using this season. Now, I do not make these videos right away because I want to actually use the loadouts and the weapons in the lobbies that I'm getting in the Season 6, for instance, and big YouTubers, we just drop them right away. And the thing is that at the start of the season, I would have said that XM4 is just the best versatile assault rifle, for instance, but after playing with it, I no longer like it as much. Like in Season 5 it was excellent, but in Season 6 we are just having too many VMPs and USS-9s, and I feel that the damage, the fire rate does not compensate for the slower mobility, even though it is like good in terms of mobility compared with some other assault rifles, but I'm gonna say that it is just not enough. And instead I'm actually liking a lot the Peacekeeper, which had a recall buff previous season, and is basically just a faster XM4 variant with not as good range, but like it has all the good stats, very good reload time, good fire rate, everything. And for a more passive assault rifle with better range and damage, I simply have the Oden, as it is really just better compared to the XM4 or even the Peacekeeper for a more passive, like I said, playstyle in big maps when we want to just to get guaranteed kills from afar. And it is pretty good even up close, but like, again, instead of XM4 now I have two loadouts, Peacekeeper for a more aggressive versatile playstyle, and Oden for a more passive, more guaranteed damage, high damage kills playstyle. Having said that, USS-9 and VMP are still the top meta guns, and USS-9 basically it is more versatile, it has better range, but the mag size is lesser, and it is a damage mag, but still you have less bullets. Meanwhile, the VMP, it has better close range, like it is very explosive at close range. It is basically an improved variant of Fennec, and the mag is bigger. And I strongly suggest to lead a match with VMP, and then only if you see that you need the extra range, then you switch to USS-9. Not the other way around, but they are certainly just the best guns in the current meta. FSG loadout as always, which I believe is a must-have, because you can destroy enemies' caustics like the Stealth Chopper, Goliath, Raps Ball, VTOL, Gunship, you name it, and when you're using the Firepower Support Blue Pack, you can steal them and activate it just for your team, and it is absolutely crucial, and I'm pairing it with the PDW simply because it has good mobility, and it is also a very valid meta gun. But like, I would not play with PDW and a melee, it is just great in this loadout in my opinion. And the loadout, like I said, it is a must-have. However, sometimes you don't have the time to fire missiles against caustic, and you have to do it faster, and for that I have the Manowar. 1-2 Termite Manowar mags into this caustic and it's gone. And I'm pairing it with GKS, but I'm not sure if I like it as much nowadays. Like earlier it was great, but now I think that maybe PDW might just be more better choice, more appropriate for the loadout. Because what I want is I want to have a side weapon that has many bullets and good mobility. But at the same time I kind of don't want to have two PDW loadouts. But in any case the main point is that a Termite Manowar is just a must-have loadout against these caustics. And I have a gameplay where I destroyed, I believe it was 2 gunships and a VTOL back to back from enemy side, and we won that match. And if I was firing FAG missiles into it or had no emergency loadout at all, it would have been a sure defeat. Oh, and yeah, so I have videos for all these loadouts, you can also check them out. Now technically I have to say that XM4 I'm putting as a honorable mention, and QQ9 is another honorable mention. Now the thing is, it is basically a faster HVK, as you have a great damage mag, but the mag only has 30 bullets. Now what it means is that you can get pretty easy kills against 2 enemies, and then you have to reload. Or 3 kills against like weaker enemies who are not moving around, and then you have to reload. And so if there are teammates in the hot zone taking the battles, you successfully reload and you kill 2 more enemies, reload and you repeat. And in such scenario it is just amazing, because again it is very easy to get those 2 kills. But if you're playing with teammates who are not in the hot zone, who are not playing OBG, maybe they are farming kills somewhere, when you just kill 2 enemies, die, respawn, repeat, kill 2 enemies, die. And that is really far from an ideal scenario. And for this reason I would say that this gun, it will just amaze you if you're playing in a 5 stack with good players and you know that they will be by your side when you have to reload. Meanwhile with randoms, just use USS-9. So it is a great gun, it is a strong gun, but I cannot put it inside the meta simply because if you're playing with randoms it will not be good. If you're playing with good teammates or even randoms but you notice that they are good, then you can use it. Otherwise, just no. Buffed HBI is also actually very splendid, and I'm surprised that more people are not talking about it. But the thing is, why I'm keeping it as a honorable mention is that it kind of feels like a Peacekeeper variant that is more accurate, has better damage, but is slower. So for my playstyle, which is basically aggressively taking the OBG when slaying around and also trying to anchor the spawn, I kind of play 3 roles at once all the time. So for me, Peacekeeper is certainly just a better choice. But if you are a more passive player, then HBR will be just better. And considering that I've said that Peacekeeper is better compared to the XM4, then HBR is also better compared to the XM4, because it has slightly better mobility stats, at least well from my experience playing in actual lobbies, and it is really a very good gun to try. Another gun I want to talk about is the Lapa. Now, it is not even a honorable mention at the moment because I only started testing it last night, but I managed to get a 40 plus kills MVP victory in shoot house domination with it. And when I played more games, but it was late and the teammates as well as the enemies were really not good, so I went to sleep. And I have to do more testing and a video will be coming next week. But that match, it really impressed me, and I think that it has potential to be a valid choice in the current metagame. But we will see. I will make a video, like I said. I just need to play more matches. And finally, when season started, I was even in top 100 of the leaderboard and later in one top 1000. But now I'm in top 2300 something. And the thing is that I have a job. I have summer house chores now since it is summer. And I just cannot play as much. Also, I'm trying out various quirky guns like that were buffed, nerfed, whatever, and make videos, so it means that I will be losing more games than I would be losing if I played only with the top meta. But I think that top 2300 is like okay. For someone who is yapping about best loadouts, as if I was not in the leaderboard, I would question my own like weight of my words. And also all the loadouts I showed now are backed up with dedicated videos aside of the Lapa, which is coming next week. And you can check them out as well if you want to find more details about a particular loadout. Or you can just leave questions in the comments. Now I usually do not reply like ASAP, but if I open YouTube and I see that there is a comment, then I will reply. So it really depends on the time of day here, like if I'm playing, if I'm working, if I'm sleeping. As if I'm not, I see comment, I reply to comment.